25 News starts now with breaking news.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for 25 News at 9. I'm Lizzie Siles. Violence in downtown Peoria tonight after a man shot a woman, killing her, and then exchanged gunfire with police. Janice Rebholz is downtown with what we know.
Good evening. It happened just after 6:30 on Hamilton Boulevard in front of that hotel. That is in between Northeast Monroe and Northeast Madison in downtown Peoria. Outgoing Peoria Police Chief Eric Echeverria says it was a domestic dispute call between a man and a woman that they were responding to. They say the man shot and killed that woman before exchanging gunfire with police. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene. The man is in critical condition at the hospital tonight.
We've checked and we have management arriving on scene from another location to 4 Points, but at this point there's no other injuries. There's probably some property damage for sure, but no injuries to anybody else.
A witness I spoke with said she watched it happen from her third-story apartment, claiming the man was chasing the woman before shooting her. Now, the officer was not hit and is unharmed. However, the hotel building was hit several times. Per protocol, Illinois State Police will take over this investigation. Reporting in downtown Peoria, I'm Janice Rebholz.